All right, all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Returners Hideout number 309. Happy Wednesday. We are back with another Final Fantasy TCG tournament, and I am joined this week by yet another guest commentator. It's been such a wonderful month in October. I didn't even mean to have this themed month of revolving door of fun guests, but we've got Mike Powell with us this week. Mr. Mike, welcome to stream.
Hello, buddy.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
One of the terrors of North Carolina. I'm sure anyone watching the stream knows you well. Happy to have you here hanging out with me this week to call some of these games. Even though we were talking about it a little bit before the stream, we don't have the new starter cards here quite yet on Octagon, so we're still kind of in the echoes of Nationals. But we did have 3 huge events this last weekend that were in this format, so there may be some interesting things that we're seeing people try from those events. Anything in particular that you're thinking we will see that we might not have seen a week ago, or that you think will be making a big impact this week?
Probably mono water. It seemed like the big thing that came out of a lot of the events this past weekend, which was pretty interesting. It was kind of cool to see. I love that deck. That deck probably is a bit underplayed.
You don't have to tell me, brother.
It should definitely see a lot more play than it does.
These are a deck full of my favorite cards. Yeah, man. Mono water in general, I like. Hey, card advantage is good in any game. Mono water has a lot of really, really good backups. Like just so many good backups. Easy to build out very fast, and then once they do, just so many potent, recursive, like a lot of action, a lot of ways to do unfair quote unquote things, right? Lena Levs,
Right.
Ash probably my favorite card, man.
Ash is phenomenal. It's such efficient removal on a huge body.
I'm addicted to that card, bro. That's for sure. I think I have said that exact phrase multiple times on this stream. I was like, one of the reasons I do the mono water dances instead of even bothering to sniff the wind stuff. Well, all the wind dances are pretty trash, but it's just because I'm addicted to that Ash, huh? Water is just very efficient, consistent color. Cool to see it coming back. I mean, it's been a deck many times over the course of the game.
Yeah. I qualified for Worlds with it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
we can all remember different. I remember the Muhammad. Remember the Verstale mono water terror meta, dude. That was they're playing Verstale. They or not Verstale. What's his name? Veritas. They're playing Veritas. Yeah. Oh, they're playing 2 Veritas. Now they're playing 3 Veritas. It was one of those for sure. It was a lot of fun, man. All the way back to when I play F5, dude, I do the mono water monster thing with Cagnazzo whites and stuff. Mono water has seen many different forms over the years, but I think Lena Leviathan is kind of a pretty consistent through line on recent successful versions of it. And then of course the monsters, right? Realm, Witch of the Fens, Malboro, Blue Worm. I don't have to go on and list all of these incredible cards that have also been part of what makes Lightning Water monsters so successful and such a good deck.
Yeah, it's incredibly strong. And it actually kind of plays around some of the things that some monster decks have a little bit of trouble with too, because you're not entirely reliant on Realm. Mm-hmm. You're not a Realm deck. You're a water deck. You're a Lena Leviathan deck. You're trying to survive the early game and then just drown them in card advantage in the mid to late game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Realm is just you're just playing it because it's a good card. Your game does not at all revolve around using it to set up or needing it to actually always have monsters out for Witch of the Fence. It's not your only removal. It's just one of your lines, right? It usually ends up just being like you said, overwhelm them with kind of tempo and card advantage. It's kind of always been the name of it. I guess drown them, right? Is maybe even the exact phrase you just used. Pretty spot on.
It's a tidal wave of cards.
But let's go ahead and jump in. So I don't know if you got a chance to or peek in the Discord and see what the matches are, but I got a feeling we have to go to table 4, dude, because those poor guys. We got Anthony versus Key this week, and while they probably don't love playing each other round 1 since they play each other all the time, I think that it's always really entertaining to watch a matchup between two guys who just play a lot, and to see what it looks like when it's actually on, like a tournament situation. So let's pop over to, that is table 4. Get that one up on the tube.
Looks like it's mono fire versus mono earth over here.
Okay, hey man, dude, I'll tell you, man. The more things change, the more we come right back to these mono decks. They just have that consistency that is really nice. Like everything I draw, I'll be able to, for the most part, do something with. It's a good feeling. It's funny how things were going so rainbow for like a minute. Not that they still aren't, but it is funny to see
really
how it swings back around.
You really can't the consistency of monocolor is it's so good. It's you don't have to worry about
Understate, rather, yeah.
Oh, he's playing Lena in it, so he probably has the new Ferris to cheat that in, because it's probably his only water card.
Yeah, these guys have been messing a little bit with a lot of these like fire, water, or fire, like these Warrior of Light adjacent things that are kind of you can see the Limit Break Warrior of Light right there. Like that's a pretty cheeky card to be able to resolve. And then there's Lena in the discard. Like by going wide enough with the Warrior Lights, we've actually seen Anthony playing this, I think, once or twice over the last few weeks with it's like the soul, like the 2-drop soul, the Ferris, the Lena, and the next thing you know, we can play this 2-drop Warrior Light. It's a very, very powerful Limit Break card.
Yeah, it is. I know that pretty well. I've played this card many times since they've printed it. It's well,
not just in the Warrior of Light, which of course you play plenty of,
yeah,
but in Una.
Yeah. Oh God, it was so obnoxious to deal with in Una.
Dude, I was saying this a lot when Una was something that we were kind of navigating locally, that I was more scared of the Galuf version because it had that guy and stuff in it than I was of the 4 version. Like the 4 version obviously still had a lot of really reasons it was really good, but that 2-drop Warrior Light was like a fucking menace, dude.
It definitely, when the Galuf version popped off,
yeah,
and just went super wide with knights, it was disgusting. It's so hard to interact with the board.
Yeah.
But it's just, oh man, that and Auron, or just layers and layers and layers of protection, made it really, really hard just to interact with them.
We have this Warrior of Light seeing some play here. How interesting is that? The common from Obus 20. And I think this guy's just good in a really boring way. Obviously in this deck he's got the right job and the right name, right, for some of these synergies. But I do think in general too, just a card that looks at the top 4 and basically gives you a 2ZB discount on it, casting your next card, is good in these decks that know that they're going to be low to the ground, or in a deck that does something like Anthony's done here, where he invests in setting up those backups pretty early.
Yeah, basically 2 CP and dripping body. It's it's decent enough that you can slot it into pretty much any mono fire deck, and it'd be not I wouldn't begrudge you for it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think obviously it has a little bit more synergy in here too with the Warrior of Light stuff going on. Yeah, but it is definitely just his ability isn't specific to Warrior of Lights or anything like that. It's not even specific to fire.
Right.
It's cool how it is really just, if you've got good cards in your deck, you should be a pretty good first play for the turn.
He has got 6 FF7 for characters out already. He is, wow, that's
it's interesting.
We've
started to see it come more away from just the OTK and settling back into being more FF7 focused in general, right?
Yeah, just it makes this Barrett kind of insane. Just repeated removal every turn once you get set up. That's it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was really into this Barrett at the beginning of this set, man. I brought this deck to Chicago. I was playing it locally a bunch. It was like the full FF7 tilt version of it. It does set the 7 stuff up really fast. The cards at Fauna is really good at kind of keeping that redundant. Like Barrett is just out so often. They make them deal with it so often. It's been very fun to play. Oh, we see Amarant coming down here. Doing 3,000 for every 2 fire characters we control, and actually doing some work here. That's going to be 8 characters. Looking at marking Barrett for 12k here. And unfortunately, Biggs is not going to be able to pump him out of that one.
Just enough to get.
It is funny that it's just enough, right? Like it's this Amarant. I think at first you read him and you look at him, you're like, wow, this guy's gonna be insane. And then you see something like this, you're like, oh, he barely kills the Barrett in this situation. Like that's tough. That's tough. But he still kills it.
He does, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that sure is good enough, isn't it? Yeah, Copycat saying we were supposed to put good cards in our decks. Oh, and I missed the Toyota Truckathon there from Irving. Brother, good to see you. So yeah, it looks like we're maybe considering a reaction here. I mean, 5 cards in Key's hand. Do you think it might be? You know what he's been playing a lot of is that new summon, the fight. And
oh yeah, where you can pump something 2k and
yeah.
And I have a one-sided fight with your big
it's
guy.
kind of like a cantrip, or not cantrip, a convoke type thing, right? You like tap your dudes to cast it if you want.
Yeah.
But it's interesting is did we play the eject and then take it back? Oh, we played the eject and went to kill Billy Bob, and then Key was like, yeah, sure, then I'll pump him with Biggs, because let's not forget he's also an avalanche operative, so Biggs gives him plus 2k. And then we're like, actually never mind. Actually, I'll do something else. We're pitching 4 here, going for the Monleonis.
Ooh.
Oh boy, saying okay,
Good
I hope you don't have anything here goes Mist Dragon for sure, right?
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, you saw him sitting there contemplating, I think, Mist-Dragoning the Barrett to protect it, right, from the Amarant.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And so I think Anthony had to know, like, that was potentially in the hand, and then had to be comfortable forcing it there, which is really interesting because I don't know that I love the position that he's in now.
Yeah, that was a really expensive bait for a Mist Dragon.
Because it wasn't, we didn't have like something to do on the other side of it if he did have it, and it looked like he had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just pitching your whole hand to get Mist Dragon there is pretty brutal.
Against a deck that's the best in the business at wiping your board, like, you know, a color combination anyway, mono earth. That's he just plays. My man taps 5, plays Genova Synthesis, +1's a card for the turn, and takes care of half the threats. Oh, but we top deck different, so you know maybe we're just god gamers. maybe you know, maybe we're just chosen. When it works like that, man.
Oof, that is a hell of a top deck. He still has a lot of cards in hand though, so I feel like he should be able to deal with this in some way. Or at least I hope he can deal with it. He's at damage 4, so
come on. I mean, he basically passed the last 2 turns, right? He had very little investment from his hand. He's been parked on all these cards. He's got fallen on the backup line. Like it's like this guy's got to have lines, right? I mean, what's in the discard pile? Let's take a little peep, take a little look. See here. Use discard pile. I mean, all 3 Barretts in there isn't everyone's favorite thing happening. Cloud is in there and doesn't do much of that. Man, actually, doesn't have the best discard either, but he's going for the Limit Break Shantoto here.
Well, that'll do it.
That is an answer. Anthony, no cards in hand, so you know it's safe, right? You aren't walking into an Ama or something like that. Anthony kind of forcing that the turn after forcing the Mist Dragon is interesting. I mean, we need another top deck like that last turn. It looks like we did not find the Clive or the Odin to jam in there.
It is. Most of these decks are just like kind of trying to grind, so
Yeah.
I'm not too surprised that Anthony didn't have like a follow-up play there. Noctis, wow,
How about
haven't
that,
seen
dude? Playing the
that's
world's largest cello. Smallest violin, something. When Noctis enters the field, choose one Earth forward across the rails and your breaks when played on the field. We're playing Billy Bob and adding back Barrett. I mean, hey, that is some value, dude.
It sure is.
And not even limit break Noctis, dog. Straight up forward Noctis to play Billy Bob into play and to go get. Now it's 3 or less, right? So it's really interesting that I think this Noctis probably really helps with the consistency of that OTK turn, right? Like being able to Noctis Billy Bob into Cloud or Noctis Tifa into Cloud not only sets up the Avalanche Operative for Cloud, but puts, an extra body on the board for the haste and is getting that guy, the Avalanche Operative that is required out of the discard pile. Like, and then it's not only getting them out of the discard pile, but they find the Cloud. Like, I really like this line. It's a very cool card here.
It is.
I mean, look at he's doing exactly this right now, right?
Yeah.
Like Noctis into Billy Bob to get Barrett back, plays Barrett, gets Tifa, Tifa searches Cloud, Cloud comes down, we can afford it, we haste the board, I mean, and that's all she wrote, baby. What a game, man.
I feel like Anthony has to have like something here.
He better. Yeah, unfortunately, there's 3 Avalanche Operatives on the table, so we can't, and not that works that way anyway, sorry, that old nugget. It's not a conditional auto ability, technically. But, Ama, hopefully, right?
Oh, it's not Ama.
That's really bad. Well, we didn't leave the bigs up. We can kill that and put 5 on something else. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, the 5 on the Billy Bob. We can ping with Matsuri. Oh, we have another Ifrit. Okay. Kill the Billy Bob. Killy Billy. And the Barrett. Now.
Do we have a third?
No. But to be fair, so just Cloud is a little different. He's more like Physalis. He does read like you might be able to cancel his enter ability by removing the thing, but actually it's just checking whether or not you have an Avalanche Operative to decide how many modes you're going to stack. And because you put the modes on the stack before anybody even gets priority, like it doesn't fizzle the number of modes you chose if you remove all the Avalanche Operatives after you choose his modes. So he is a little bit weird like that because it almost reads like it's a conditional auto ability. I think the only other card that reads exactly like him that I can think of off the top of my head is Ice Physalis Legend, where if you were to respond to that ability by changing the number of cards in hand, it doesn't actually let them pick, it doesn't let them get both triggers after the fact.
Right.
So, very cool. Man, what a game. Back and forth, man. I think there were times where I thought both people had it multiple times,
Yeah, that top deck effort was really clutch.
I mean, in the end, still, the thing that I think we thought was going to happen happened. And maybe that's why Anthony played the way he did, right? It's like Anthony's played this matchup for sure. These guys have tested against each other. If he's kind of like that turn is coming, the writing's on the wall, I don't have to cancel for it. Like, I'm just gonna try to win. You know what I mean? Like I'll die if he's not holding anything in his hand that can stop it. May as well just try to kill your opponent.
Try to for it, but put 3 bodies out, so he's threatening lethal, so he has to do something.
Yeah, just get in there and do your thing, man.
Unfortunately, LB Toto is
LB
always
Toto,
available.
That's like we said, right? Into the deck that's the best in the game at doing it, but I mean, what are you gonna do, right? He has it. You can't not make him use it.
Hope that. Cross your fingers and hope Keith forgets he has it.
I mean, yeah, well, there's that, right? Of course, like, give your opponent the chance to misplay, but really, draw Amaterasu is the advice I have for Anthony in this game.
It would have helped a lot.
Yeah, next time just draw your Ama. I wonder, I didn't quite see, and the game is terminated now, but if it was one of the 4 cards we pitched for that Mont, but I imagine if he did have it in hand, we wouldn't have gone that route. So I think that was kind of like a Hail Mary when it looked like things were slipping past the point of no return.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what we have for results here so far. Looks like tables 2 and 4 are the only ones that have reported. So Let's take a look at what else we have to see here. Table 2, that's Tyler and Connor. Table 4 is Anthony and Key. Logan Palmer versus Jimmy Lee, that's a pretty good one. Table 5. Or we could go to JR versus Travis Micheletto. JR, of course, Mr. Carbo, maybe getting his practice in here for Worlds. So we can go over to table 1.
I think that's where he's been at like the last couple weeks, because I've seen him testing.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
he's putting the work in.
Oh man, you know, I always appreciate people who give me more credit than is due when they try to use like stream commands. Yeah, we're human powered here at the RV. There's no bots on staff. So the co-cast, I don't know of that command. I see the command and I think won't do anything for you here. Sorry. If you can tell me what you're trying to do, though, I can maybe help you out. All right. Well, that is it here. We are moving on to who's the co-caster. Oh, this is Mr. Mike Powell. Mr. Mike Powell is joining us this week. Oh, I guess I don't have it on the in-between games screen, but I had it on the old intro screen. Mike is joining us this week. Always just nice to have somebody come by, hang out, cast the games with us, talk shop, especially when a friend of not only the stream, but you know, one of the North Carolina homies here. Mike and I just talking earlier about how we could probably stand to put a little more pep in our step at locals after this last month of kind of sleepy post-nats. Let's go. Decahedron, thank you so much for this sub. I appreciate it. And Osark, hey, how's it going? Waving right back. All right, so we're popping into table 1. Let's see what JR is up to. Let's see. This man is representing us on the world stage. Let's see what he's cooking, dude. And is it Knights?
Looks like he's on Shark.
Looks like Chaos Arc, yeah. Now, do we know what his 2 decks were at Nats? Was it Knights and Chaos Arc?
I do not know what his second deck was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can probably bet that one of them was Knights, though.
Yeah,
at least I hope one of them was Knights. That was his bread and butter this year.
Well, yeah, let's just say one of them should have been. One of them better have been Knights. Oh, we got Mr. Tyler Ray. Thank you so much with the Prime sub. I appreciate you, King. All right, let's get this game back up on the screen for you guys. Sorry, we're between here.
Nick looks like he's on some kind of Ice Lightning 13 deck.
Oh man, I have been enjoying these. I was saying this a little bit to. Goodness, they're just all blurring together now that I've had these lovely guests. Whether it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I know that I was just talking about how post Nats, I feel like people feel like they have the time to noodle with the 13 cards more, right? Like I feel like it was like there's just so many variations of these named characters to put together in different color combinations. Like I think everyone agrees there's something scary here. But it's kind of tough to find the exact 50, you know? I think people have more time to kind of fuck around and explore with that stuff now, post-nets. A little scarier to try and figure it out for that event.
I was pretty convinced when the set dropped that it was going to be something powerful. Like, I was testing a lot against it before Portland, because I was like, I didn't have time to really cook up anything too unique with the new set before Portland, because it was right there. As soon as it was legal, it was like, here. But I tested against it a lot, and I'm like, this can put on so much damage so fast. And if you do not interact with it,
is so scary, dude. The Sarah is the thing that's got me quaking in my boots. Like that's the thing that's like you can plan around the other damage, even the haste damage from the lightning. But the Sarah and the action ability and like the way that it feels a lot like that Ramza that can just be like, okay, if they resolve this, like if this untaps, I lose, right? Except they can just do it out of nowhere much easier than Ramza, I think.
Ooh, we're trying to dole down the Une here.
Mateus maybe we're yeah, of course we're gonna go ahead and get back the arc.
Maybe he's trying to sneak in lethal this turn.
Or the second Mateus. Boom!
Looks like he has Barnabas and Odin in his deck too. That's he is trying to push damage like really hard here.
Yeah, man, you're not kidding. Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what. Odin has put in some work on this stream recently, especially Mr. Palu running around with his like lightning water with the Odin in it. It's making me respect it, dude. I have nobody's made me have to deal with this in person, but I'm watching these people just get taken from 2 to dead, and it's scaring me a little bit.
Amethyst had to play against it for the first time during the LCQ, and she was not aware.
And he can do that again? Wait, he can attack again? Hold on.
She was like, I could have won that game, but I didn't know what that card did, and I didn't try to play around it.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, oh no. He had the kook.
Googling on the Odin will certainly pump the brakes on our guy here.
He sure will.
Trevor's going, yeah. Pitched my whole hand, did the thing, dulled the Une, went for my W, right? Went in here, and I mean, he got the arc back too. He can just arc the Odin too, can he?
He can.
I mean, almost better.
Which I kind of like.
I kind of like
it. It is probably better, but I like this just in case. Like,
sure.
For some reason, I don't know. I don't know what Nick can do with 1 card in hand, but
well, he could have 0 cards in hand and no Odin.
He could. I think the writing is starting to be on the wall in this game.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Chaos Arc is kind of done what it does. It's stabilized at 5 or 6 damage. And...
I mean, Une untapped, right? Like that's where we're at. Like also, little Leela is just sitting on the table. Talking about cards that prove that you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you like, dude. Both of these cards have just stuck in our mouth. These cards have untapped. The game is over. These cards don't untap. These are kill on sights. Anima now also, dude. Yikes. Yeah. Stop. He's already... I mean... I guess now he's got the second... Giga Brain, right? You put the second card back in his hand. Now he's 2 cards for you to arc out. Oh, well, no, because he'll get 4 cards by the time something comes down. But, yeah. I mean, we are still parked. Hashtag parked on arc. So... I mean, at this point, we get a double arc. We can double arc him.
I think Nick's going to have to hope that JR makes a mistake here at some point, and he can sneak in that last point and just steal it.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically like, okay, he can't kill me in the next turn or the next 2 turns. Maybe even the next turn. Like, you know, he's not going to attack with Une. He's kind of going slow here. I just need to build a Sarah turn and, like, do the thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you can actually build without passing it, it's difficult, and I don't know if he has enough of the characters that can do it, but like, you get enough 13 characters out there without passing priority and make sure it's more than 3 you know, by the time you pass the priority, you know, there's a world, right? There's a world. It's not impossible.
Jerry just got the anima back.
Yeah.
He's got so many layers of removal. Like,
yeah, I mean, yes, of course.
Sitting in hand, yeah.
Like, this is where Chris would say something like, you know, you're not gonna find a loaded handgun in your top 8 cards, you know, in your limit break deck. Like, then you're in trouble. You know, that's about, you know, you're gonna need a meteor to come through the ceiling and I guess let's be kinder. You're gonna need my man to disconnect from the internet, okay? You're gonna need an Octagon Crash stat, dude. Can we somebody fire off 100 simultaneous tables?
It's like, come on, we need a miracle. Come on, please.
Yeah, like, well, that's exactly it. This is what in the old Hearthstone game where you just say, you know, they can always disconnect. It might still be a win. They can always disconnect.
VV. I don't even know what this VV does.
Damage.
Choose before I dull it. That's not horrible.
No, never mind. He doesn't do damage. He breaks the damage forward or just dulls the guy. I mean, again, this is us trying to be like, I'm coming in. I'm scooting in. But yeah, let me go back a second, Anima. So what? 2 animas and arc.
Are definitely in hand. Yeah.
Well, here comes our boy, dude.
Oh man.
No priority yet. Maybe he went to combat and yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I hope he has a stroke or something, or like I don't know.
We were aware of the removal in hand there.
Yeah, I mean, Travis
I
put
wonder
on a
if it
good
would've
show
been-
for the people at home. Thanks, Travis.
I wonder if it would have just been correct just to maybe potentially just try to pass there and keep it in hand. Like, just keep the cards.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think that it's kind of what I was saying earlier. You're trying to sculpt to a turn where you can present an overwhelming amount of, like, outs, right? Because he's not going to kill you in the next turn or the next 2 turns or the next 3 turns, which is exactly what I was saying before, right? Like, you could literally draw pass for 2 turns. And, I mean, heck, he might deck. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, you know, like you can come down for a little bit. You know, he attacks, like play a Surge Ace from Limit Break, freeze a little Leela pass. You know what I mean? You know, that's kind of the space we should be occupying here, right? Making something out of nothing by using a Limit Break deck to slow our opponent down and let ourselves add some cards in hand. We get to that turn where we start the turn with 7 cards in hand, and we put together this like Sarah lethal line, right?
Yeah, just I feel like he probably might have access to enough haste too, because he's got Noels, he's got Odins, he's got Lightning. Like maybe he can put enough hasty bodies that don't create a stack for him like to immediately to fire off the arc with, to disrupt, and then you force him to have 3 pieces of removal to get get rid of all your attackers, because just all he needs is one.
If he can even afford it all, right? Although
yeah, that's why he is
pretty efficient. Yeah.
Just one, just gotta keep cards in hand so you can push. But it's
mini fighter. What
he's...
the fuck? Oh my god, dude! Discard 1 card, choose it forward, dull it. If the card was ice, also freeze it. Interesting. That's cool.
He seems to have a lot of like little tempo-y dull freeze effects in his deck, just to move bodies out of the way.
Exactly, right? It's like just to make sure this Odin line does its job, right?
He's got Jill in here too. That's actually kind of sad. I wonder if he's got any of the other icons. Well, he's got Barnabas, and forgot about them for being that category.
Big boy Odin. And it'll work, right?
Yeah.
Then he's gonna play Une next turn. Play another Une, put Sid Waff back in your hand. See, because doing that, if I walk backwards from a potential future where we win this game, I don't think it starts with us having no hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to need like multiple probably pieces to make it work.
Like I think we needed to go to 7. Like I think we needed to pray that we could pass 2 turns and then draw that card, the 2 cards on our 7 card turn, and put something together, right? Because if we don't give him forwards, he can't do anything about our hand. It's just gonna grow, right? He's gonna have these awkward, all this removal that he wants to hold. He's gonna not have, you know, like he'll just do 1 damage. Maybe he'll play something from Limit Break deck, 2 damage. You get 2 turns. If we just pass. Yeah, we could have maybe had a turn with 7 cards in hand and 3 backups, right? And then we just have to get through what he's able to afford on our turn.
Oh, another Mateus.
Yeah, but for the Une that just came down to bounce the thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What's the Une gonna dull for in the next turn? I mean, it is moving a blocker. I mean, again, if we're just trying to do like the
I think that's
would
probably
love to
what
see
it
what he's
is.
trying to see, dude. Right? You know, yeah, he's just trying to move, get out the way. Could be the
Yeah, I think
strat.
that's what the thought was. He was probably thinking that like if he dulls this, maybe JR attacks and he doesn't have to use like a dull effect. He could just maybe try to push, but we already know that JR has like so much interaction in hand that that's not going to work.
Yeah, my man's got 3 removal spells in his hand, and that's just what we know about. That's just what we know about. That's
Though
just what they told us about.
this did kind of like it kind of did end up doing the same thing as dulling the little Leela because like the idea is you dull little Leela, he can't attack with it at turn, so you shave off you eat into his clock a little bit, buying
Right.
yourself more time, but he didn't attack with it, so it ended up doing kind of the same thing. It's interesting. So we know he has Sid Waff in hand because they got bounced with the Une. Wonder what if he can chain together. JR has so many cards in hand though. It's 5 cards. We know one's Arc. There's at least 1 or 2 Anima in there.
2 Anima in his hand. And now, yeah, it's... Because look, man, we're doing the draw pass basically turn anyway. Just, we're worse off now when we're doing it. If we had taken that time earlier, I think, you know, not that, again, I don't think it's a great chance. I still think he's up a creek, right? Percentage to do anything here, very low. But it exists. Like, there is a line. Your opponent's is 6 damage. You are a hasty scoot the guy's deck. Like, there was a line here somewhere. Also, you have the inevitability of the Sarah. I think we just have to try to overwhelm him. And by doing one thing at a time, it's exactly what Earth Water wants you to do. One thing at a time, they'll pick it apart, right?
Yeah, especially when you have an Une in play, because you basically just keep recurring the one piece of interaction that you're using on them every turn. So,
well, that's the thing. I think we were in that spot for like a turn or two where we weren't really given him much to interact with. Like, right. You know, we could have just passed 2 turns there, and then he tempo misdragons us. Like, sure, you know, he maybe, like, I don't even think we had any heckable backups. You know, like. At that point, he's just stacking the Tomos in his hand. I mean, yeah, exactly. You hope you get something like this, right? And he's just stacking, not Tomos, Animas in his hand, waiting for you to do something. And you could have gotten up to that 7-card hand that we were talking about, and then try to overwhelm him with like, oh, you can't afford to do all the things you need to do to stop all the damage here. You know, EXs like that sure will help, though.
That's why they're in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That also has the like side effect of making that arc very, very, very expensive now. JR still has a million cards in hand, so he can hardcast it regardless.
We love doing this, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem.
Isn't this
like,
something
I guess
that we could just do on
cantrips.
our turn with more information? Like, what's the benefit of doing it on the end of his turn? Right?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I guess the one argument is you can see what he gets back with the Une right now and know what you might have to play around, but it doesn't feel great.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
Yeah,
has
the
7
only thing that
cards in
happens
hand.
between right now and your next priority is just you get more information. Needs to ask a question in Judge chat real quick. Okay, sure. Judge calls. Can you... Yeah. The question was, can you discard dark cards down for hand size at the end of the turn? Yeah, you can.
Oh, you sure can.
Yeah. In fact, you sure will. You'll be doing that right now, my friend. And that question giving us a little bit of a peek to, you know, something that we could have guessed, right? He already put that 1 arc back in his hand, but this game's kept going and he's had no targets. He's surely got chaoses. Arc.
Oh, he definitely
Just sitting in hand.
like,
He's had the little Leela in play. He can't play the Chaoses, right? Like, yeah. He actually discards an Arc down, not a Chaos, which is interesting.
that is a little weird. But he still has the Animus, so he's fine. I figured he'd pitch the hand size there. I wonder if he has anything in his LB that he could have played, like just maybe Leo or no, it would have been actually pretty cool there if he played a Zidane, Mill 2, just to get another like body out and potentially like draw a card.
I mean, it is how this game may end here for him, right? By milling out Travis, but
Yeah, because Travis only got 10 cards left, so it's getting close.
yeah, but so we can't Arc now, right? And this is one of the reasons we discard Arc down for turn. We can use Anima, and we have 2 of them. So I mean, this may be the most shields down moment we're gonna see here.
He could arc technically. It would be very, very expensive.
Well, I mean, that's great if he does 1
Yeah.
Arc instead of 2 things.
Anima,
right?
that would be ideal.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
Nick,
unless
that
of
would.
course it's in response to the very first thing we play, right? That's not great.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. Like 3CB Lightning is not it here. We gotta get at it from a different angle. Is it Snow Limit Break? Yeah, it looks like it's probably Snow LB, right?
That's what it looks like. Because he paid 5.
Yeah. So one of the things I think about this deck, and it's funny because you said like, you know, you thought this was going to be really, really strong. Like, you know, you were kind of testing into it. I think the thing that ends up being the Achilles heel of this deck here is how interactable all the parts of the lightning are. Like the lightning is just very easy to stop from being as effective as it should be for one reason or another. I think they had to, right? Obviously, like the card is very it is a powder keg. But the Sarah is actually the one that's a little bit harder to like favorably interact with for the opponent, and is the thing that can sneak these lethals sometimes here. But
Yeah, when I was testing it, I was obviously testing it like pretty heavy into Refia because I was like, I need to understand this matchup, and I was thinking that it would be a bad matchup for Refia, but the more I played it, I was like, this is actually not that bad. It's like between all the burst and the ability,
yeah, okay, my turn.
and Amaterasus and all that stuff, it was like, I'm like, all I gotta do is interact with this deck, and it kind of starts falling apart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which made me a little sad because I was kind of hoping that it would be good because it's a cool deck. Like,
yeah, the lightning works in a really neat way too. Tyler in China is saying, I think if you got to play fire if you're playing 13. He's saying Vanille and Fang are just too good. I do think in today's day and age, dude, the Vanille, like starter Vanille, 3CB Vanille, incredible for all the reasons she always has been. And you know, one-sided board waves are king.
yeah, I actually had a turn. I think it was before Raleigh. I was playing against someone, and I ended up like specialing like maybe 3 or 4 times with the Vanille. It was kind of insane. They're like I think they were playing Mono Earth, and her board was huge. Like all their forwards were massive, and I was like special, and then like just for insult to energy special. 4th time.
I'll use this 4 times. Yeah, exactly. That's too good.
It was just some BM on my part. Just
letting him know, dude. Just showing him who's boss. Hit him with the 4th special. Hit him with the 5th special. Makes me think of the first time I ever played Title. This will take many people back, and some people will not even know the card I'm talking about. But it was at the Boston Crystal Cup as a side event, so it was only the first 5 sets. I played Final Fantasy Tactics, and there's a Ramza that has a shout as ability, and I literally was just like yelling, shout, 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 shout. There was so many Ramzas by the first 5 sets. There was like just actually so many FFT cards in those early sets. It was so funny, just keep using shout over and over and over again. Very much like the gameplay if you at home are playing the remake of Final Fantasy Tactics.
I still haven't played the remake yet.
If you enjoy Tactics, man, it's great. Yeah, I mean,
I got it for my Steam Deck, like with the idea,
Yeah.
we're chaos arcing here.
Hey, you're gonna have
I'm
a
surprised
nice
we're
long
firing
flight
off-
to play it on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we're just going ahead and firing off the
Why
arc
not
here.
just take the snow and keep the
Like
arc
it-
in hand? Yeah.
Because it speeds up your clock to having the snow in play, and actually just having the chaos back with the
Mhm.
snow is added removal. I guess he really just wants to get rid of Nick's hand, with Travis's hand.
Yeah. Interesting. Does end up playing a chaos finally. Of course, has another arc. Takes him down
This
to
makes
no
me-
cards. Go ahead.
Makes me not like pitching that arc he did a couple turns ago. Like he pitched
Yeah,
it
I
for
agree.
hand size.
Yep. Because now there's 2 down, right? The Unis are down. We don't have Aiko down. Summoner backup does something, right? Only Earth
I
summon.
think so.
It only lets you cast an Earth summon. Oh, there's a Nune. At this point, though, you're giving him
Number 3.
a CP back is a little weird,
Yeah, I don't know
like-
if I would have bounced that.
right? Because the thing is, the only way he beats you here is by, again, presenting one of those like scary, overwhelming turns, and he can't afford it right now. You just gave him like basically +1 CP for next turn. He turned 1 into 2 CP for my man here. He needed that. It's actually even
I
the
wonder what-
that's the tutor, right? You put the tutor back
Yeah.
in his hand?
Yeah, I wonder what's in JR's hand. Like, he held back on the chaos, not attacking there. Like, I might have poked in for one, but I can understand not doing it. It's a little risky knowing that he plays Odin's.
Yeah, the 3rd arc hopefully is in, you know. Oh, thank you, brother. Good call, Mr. Greg. I get so carried away with my guest Mike. Yes, we're letting these guys.
Evans only has
Yeah, they're just
cards left in deck.
talking through it a little bit now. He's like, yeah, I'm just playing to my outs. He's saying the double dark draw earlier really hurt him, but that's one of the reasons that I think trying to play off of his top deck, especially in a deck that's got these Odins and Barnabas in it, is really hard, right? Like that's why we should have tried to build that. I know we keep kind of talking about that 7-card turn that could have been, you know, but maybe it was our best, scariest thing we could have done. Here's the name you wanted.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna go for the deck out WinCon. All he's gotta do is push through 1 point of damage this turn, and it's all she wrote.
Like turn chaos sideways and the game is over, right?
Yep.
Musician and Jill. Draw a card. Yeah, okay. Turn chaos sideways. Turn chaos sideways. Turn chaos sideways.
Oh, we're just
He's scared.
Making
He's
sure.
scared. Yeah. It's okay. Get in there. You can do it. No way! No way!
He just passed? What? I mean, okay.
JR, we gotta have a little chat, brother. we gotta have a quick chat. Quick chat. Pep talk.
Like, this game is about as locked up as it could have gotten. Like,
Yeah, it's
just...
that's it, man. Turn it sideways. You even played the siren. In case he had a hard removal. Alright, my man's gonna turn in a dog. He just has like 6 Barnabas. Okay, 1, 2. What are we looking at here? Odin. I don't know. Probably only 1 left. Looks like.
Well, it's not like you can prime into it. He has no deck left.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, okay, moving on kind of thing. Well, while these guys are doing that, let's go through the results that came in while these guys wrap it up. So we had, looks like some people did not report. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I only have 4 reports. So somebody didn't report. Travis says, I don't know how to scoop. Good game. There's not an official scoop on it. No, you just take the damage. Okay, so JR gets that one. 7-6, very close game. Table 2, Tyler 7-0 over Connor. Table 3 did not report. Table 3 did not report. Table 3. What's going on there? Table 4, Key took it 7-4 over Anthony. Table 5, Logan took it 7-3 over Jimmy. And table 6, Greg took it 7-0 over June. Alright. And this is closed. Where's the other game? There it is. Alright, so these guys are... Let's wrap it up! So we've got... let's get this on the screen for y'all. We do have a... Oh, Garb. Hey, Garb. Mr. Giga Galka. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scary boys on the side of the table. Oh man, this is full-blown, like, warrior rebels, dude. I'm looking at wind, fire, warrior rebels, dude.
Look at Simi Lafina sitting there in the damage.
No, she's a warrior.
No. Yeah.
Dude, alright, hold on. Get me in. I mean, the Final Fantasy 11 player in me needs to pursue this next turn, dude. Let's watch Gabe's game next. Gabe just took it 7-5 over Andy here at table 3, and that's that. Perfect. Now, let us pair the next round. Alright, well, we got to see some interesting decks this first round, Mr. Mike. What do you think?
We did. That warrior deck looks cool. Like,
there's a lot of colors of warrior stuff, and I think it's interesting to see people exploring some of the different kinds. I think with those starter decks that came out, again, we don't have them yet in Octagon, but I think there's probably just like a fire earth warrior deck that's very real. Just like has enough pieces, you know.
One of our locals was actually playing that this past Sunday.
Yeah. If I had my stuff and had gone to locals, I probably would have put something like that together. They got the new Cloud, right? They've got the old Riku. They've got that EX Burst warrior guy that they came out with that we never really did anything with. They've got the new Wuklamat. Yeah, they got a lot of interesting little synergies in those colors.
Brother, I watched him terrorize people Sunday with that Wuklamot.
Oklahoma is
Like,
good, man. I mean, she's better in the card game than she is in Final Fantasy 14, I'll tell you that much. June is dropping. Let's go ahead and... I am a Wuklamot hater. Sorry, chat, if you liked Yawn Trail, then that's my bad. June. Okay. Why is this not, Matches were saved successfully, but it didn't update the rankings in real time. How odd! I don't like that. If that's something the software is doing now, I'm gonna complain. Right. Gabe versus Logan Palmer. I don't think we got to watch Logan. Alright, let's go to pairings. Post this for the players. Alright, they've got the pairings up, Mike. We're getting ready to go at 8:05 here. We are looking to jump into table 2, I think. We want to see that Warriors deck from Gabe, and then he's going to be playing against one of the mainstay players here in the weekly, Mr. Logan Palmer. Don't know that we got to peek. Did we see what Logan was on last round? Did we get to peek at that one? Who pinged me? Who pinged me? General. Why am I gone from the tourney? Oh, that's my bad. Hold on, did I not get pinged for drop? Oh, my bad. Dude. Wait. Drop, please. From the wrong J. I'm so sorry, June. Dude, I messed it up. Hold on. 1 second. Stupid streamer mode, dude. Alright, dropped the wrong J name here, so let me go back to results. Let me see if I have to repair this. June got beat, so no, I don't. I just have to take the guy who should be gone and drop him, and then put June in against Connor. June, you're going to table 5 versus Connor, and you guys have a 5-minute tea. Alright, sorry, we might have to do a little whoopsie daisy fix here. When you fire up OBS, Discord tries to protect you by turning on what they call streamer mode, and it truncates usernames so that, like, if I were to show Discord on stream accidentally or whatever, it doesn't show everybody's username, right? It just says like the first letter and then ... and then shows the picture. So I saw Jay dropping from the tournament, and I was like, oh, June dropped, and then dropped June instead of Jimmy Lee, which was incorrect. So I have to go back and reinstate June. And then drop Jimmy. And then pair the next round. And then go to matches, and then edit them, and then put them back to where I just had them. Honor goes to... Alright, Travis is the buy. Travis, sorry about that, man. Somebody's got to get it. I know it sucks. JR versus Tyler Ray. Table 2 is Gabe versus Logan. E versus Greg, table 3. Table 4, Anthony versus Andy. Table 5, Connor versus Jimmy. They did definitely update this, dude. Why do they do this? They update their tournament software like in between events where they're not going to use it for months. Like randomly, they just update the tournament software. It's definitely been edited. It's like slightly different visually in like a couple of little places. Like I just use it more than most people, so I know, right? Like I notice immediately, like, oh, okay, the shape of some of this like gooey stuff's a little different. Like it's not real time updating the rankings anymore as I save individual matches. It only updated the rankings table after I paired the next round, which is a little annoying. If it keeps behaving that way round by round, I'll put it together and then email it to them. Because I've definitely messaged them before and been like, hey, so I noticed that this changed.
I don't like it.
It's like only worse for me, and I use this all the time, so just maybe you should know. Sometimes they do some cool stuff or helpful stuff, but often it's just like it's a big time if it ain't broke, don't fix the mentality, right? For me anyway.
Right.
RIP tabletop.to, the real ones remember, alright? Back in the day. Tabletop was perfect. Table 2 is where we're going. That's Gabe versus Logan. They're probably well underway. You might already be there, Mike. I'm coming there right now. No, we're not repairing. We're not repairing. Sorry. I didn't answer that question quickly, but hopefully it was obvious by my actions. Travis says, sad when you just need any color CP to win and you draw double dark. That's tough.
Happens when you run all those dark cards, man.
Well, that is absolutely the penance, right? It's why I can't do it,
in your
dude.
deck.
I can't do it. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I said that to Hunter like one time, and that was like his favorite thing he'd ever heard, dude. And he like, I love how much he says it. That's so funny. Because that's how I feel about him, dude. You'll often see me, people, I don't know if people pay attention to this kind of stuff, but if you'll see a lot of my mono water deck lists don't have any lighter dark cards in them. Like, if it's not really adding something huge to the deck, I really don't like playing them. And like Shinryu was really good in mono water in many different eras. And that's kind of solving a very specific problem. But even then, like, man, when you play Shinryu, you gotta play more than one. Oh, God. Brother. There are definitely some lane dark cards that are strong, that have a place, that have a home, that I've enjoyed playing. But overall, man, a card that you cannot discard for CP. That is I don't think people really give that cost enough credit,
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I have horrendous luck with those type of cards. Like,
I'll draw.
I will draw.
Yep.
I will draw, like, if I'm playing Chaos Arc, I will 100% draw all my arcs and none of my Chaoses, like, super early.
Dude, remember the FFCC deck, right? With Yuri? Even then, dude, I could not, dude. It'd be like turn 2. I have all 3 Yuris in my hand. Like, come on, man. This seems like other people never have this problem. I was even playing like Artemisian, and people weren't even playing that in the deck at the time because I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I need to put them back.
I need that soft mulligan that Artemisian gives me.
Well, that's why I like that card so much, right? I love Artemisian and Loperit for that exact reason. Like, they can take those Shinryus when I do play them, and they can put them right back where they came from, or so help me.
That was in 2023 for Worlds. I really wanted to play Mono Win, but I can't beat Yuzuki. It's like I can't beat this card, and I was like, because I knew people on Wool 7 were going to be playing in Wool 7, and they were going to be playing in Magisa, so I was like, I just can't play this deck. And I'm like, I could put Shinryu in the deck to play around it, and I was like, but I'm not going to do that. I refuse. And then Alex, Mr. Hancock's, was at Worlds, and he was 100% playing Shinryu in his deck, which is correct. Like, we acknowledge that is correct, because it's the only way you beat this card.
Najee EX. Ooh. Ring. Final Fantasy 11 enjoyers in chat. Rise up. Sorry, continue.
This is the bane of an ice deck, just hearing that ba-ding.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Well,
man,
we talked about that before. That like thank God they printed Sid Waff for them, because the number of games that Mono Ice has lost that were on like a needle and then it's like a single EX. Oh well, good game. You never have card advantage over them ever again. Like they've slipped out of your little trap and you're never gonna get them back under your thumb. Oh, Kako25, welcome, says, didn't know there was an online version of this game. I've been wanting to play, but it's not as popular in my area, even though they sell cards. You don't have to dox yourself, but if you're willing to tell us your area in general, we can always try to help out with that kind of thing. If maybe connect you with people who we do know from the area, maybe who also have a similar issue. But yes, so this is not official. We play on a program called Octagon, OCTGN. If you click, I believe below the stream, there's a link to the Discord if I set things up properly. And again, you can't bot call a Discord link, but I believe there's a link just below the stream. You could join our Discord and we can help you get all set up on Octagon if you would like. We do a tournament every Wednesday that we get people together and we kind of organize it and stream it like this. However, people can play games on Octagon whenever, and there's people playing pickup games on there all the time. You can even reach out in the Discord and see if people wanted to help you learn or to jam games. But yeah, if you're interested, we'd love to have you. All right, so a lot of freezing happening here. Axstar doing his thing. 9k to the Prish. She says bye-bye. He says, I'm the Final Fantasy 11 deck here. 7 Lafina, bow drawn on the back line. Very interesting to see.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Is this an Ice Earth, a Chaos Arc deck? That's pretty cool.
It's a little bit of a thing to show you as those first 2 damage points, right? Chaos and Arc. Oh well, okay, hold on. It sure probably makes you feel some way about all the colors you have on the table right now.
Ooh, Shadow Lord.
Warrior. Yeah. Well, why don't you just go ahead and clean up your side of the board?
When he started pitching, I was like, oh, here comes that Shantoto, and then this is even better because he just keeps his fours.
Yeah, and he keeps his dudes. He takes a point of damage here, but yeah, like, why don't you go ahead and clean that up? why don't you just go ahead and scrub that up for me? That board is looking much cleaner, thank you. Oh man, that was a good one.
That's so brutal.
Yeah, you gotta kill the Rufus here, right? Yeah,
That's
kill Rufus. He even types out, kill Rufus. Fuck that guy.
The word was actually a pretty good draw there to get rid of the Rufus. That Rufus was going to be a problem.
Just want to give a little shout out. Happy birthday to 3 of the greats, dude. Happy birthday, Chocobo Joe. Happy birthday, Alex Hancock's. Happy birthday, Kageyama-san, dude.
Wow.
What a 3-peat. I know. What a crazy birthday day, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah. 3 of the absolute goats, dude.
Maybe that's the secret. Just be born on this day and you will be one of the best.
October babies, man. So I don't know if you're tuned in tonight, Chocobo Joe, but I love you, brother. Happy birthday. Hope you're having in fact, hope you're not tuned in tonight. I hope you are out doing birthday stuff and celebrating. I love you, and I'm glad that you are here for yet another trip around the sun. Not that I don't love Kageyama-san or Alex Hancock either. I spend much less time with them. I actually terrorized poor Kags. I should have given him a happy birthday and then said sorry about Mayakov.
Sorry about Mayakov.
Brother, I played him at Nats and it was so funny. He was playing Firewater Monsters against me. I was playing Dancers. And he tried to use Witch of the Fens to like shoot a goblin at Mayakov, and I was like, no Mayakov. And he goes, even Mayakov? And I said, yes. And he like looks at the card and he goes, oh, who made this? He literally was like, "Oh, who made this?" I was like, "Yes, thank you." It's like my dream interaction, dude. You know? What? Even this guy? Yeah, that's right. It was really funny, dude. He was a good sport about it, but he just started after that. After he kind of then he looks at the field and kind of sees like, like the reality of his situation kind of sets it a little bit, and he just he starts going like, oh, like putting his hands on his head like, oh, and stuff like that. He like plays a Furion and goes to combat, and I tap a dancer to tap Furion. He like pitches a water card from his hand to activate Furion, and then I tap a dancer to tap Furion. He just goes, "Oh, I see. I understand. Pass." But it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I get it. All right, now I get it. I understand what's happening here. Oh man, all right. Sergey's is going to come down and freeze ward and keep the lanes for combat wide open here going to next turn. You are the warrior deck. This is an Axstar prayer here, right? We want to do a little Axstar turn. Tyvis and Axstar ought to get us where we're looking to go here.
Yeah. This Ice Earth deck is actually playing very aggressively. You would think that with the cards that's running, they would be a little bit more controlling, but he is putting the pressure on this entire game.
Well, with the color combination and looking at like Chaos and Arc, for sure, right? Those are all like extremely slow cards. But when you look at things like the Weiss, Nero, and the Rufus, I mean, we have seen those cards be part of very successful aggressive strategies too, right? Of just like, here come the dudes to strip you early, and like, and if that Rufus gets to turn sideways every turn, like I can spell doom real quick. I think maybe it's just one of those things where we kind of matched energy, right? Like normally the Ice Earth deck is probably happier to play a slower, longer game, but it looks like we probably got a Tyvis down pretty fast, and then started, playing out this big wide warrior board, and it was kind of like, hey, hold on, so slow that down over there. Here come all my forwards to deal with your guys, and now it's at the point where after on the other side of that Shadow Lord turn, you're looking at the board and you're thinking, wait, now I actually have 3 attackers, and I might be able to close this game out. Right, so now he's kind of just playing through on that, and like keeping the aggressive tempo here. This is really great, being able to use this Kuja to start to move these guys out of the way going into his turn. All he has to find now is a way to just scoot the Iron Eater aside, and he's got lethal sitting there. And I mean, oh no, the mono ice deck needs to find a way to move one dude, right? Unfortunately, both of the limit break ways to do it are on the table already.
It's a bit weird. He searched out the Iron Eater with Tyvis. I wonder if he doesn't play a full set of
Axstars?
Yeah, I would assume that he would, right?
Right, because then you just take these 2 guys out and you get to kill the Serges. Krish is going to dull freeze Iron Eater. Yeah, I mean, so we're coming in for the win here, and we actually let that happen, so there's not an Ama or anything as those last cards in hand. Is it curtains here for Warriors? The Najee EX, but I mean, don't know what's gonna get us. That's gonna get us out of this.
Yeah, I think the only
back attack warrior that wipes the board. Do we have? Is that the 4 CP back attack warrior? Is that the one? Maria.
We got a secret Miwa in the deck that we're just gonna. Ding.
Ward, dude, the deck is trying so hard to save him. That 7K isn't gonna do a damn thing. And yeah, turn into Kuja sideways. Do we have a follow-up damage in hand? No, unfortunately. Good game. Hey, well, we did want to see something a little different. And we did, but it was this aggressive Ice Earth deck instead of what we signed up for. A very, very interesting game. What do you think about this one?
It was, wow, that did not play out the way I would typically expect that game to play out.
If I told you that we were about to watch Ice Earth versus Warriors, I don't... It would have been a very different expectation for me as well.
Yeah. I also wouldn't expected, like, Ice Earth just to out aggro warriors, and warriors usually does pretty good against players playing pretty aggressively into them. So that's
Well, that's where it
weird.
comes back to where we were kind of wondering about that. We were kind of wondering about that Axstar, right? That follow up Axstar, maybe if we had not seen. Did you look in his discard and see were all three in there? Did we not have one left? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me, that we didn't just go for one to prevent lethal there and try to buy that time back.
No,
I can't see the
didn't
discard
them.
anymore now, but yeah.
It's
Because that sucks too, man. Like, if he's already out of Axstars then, and then the post Shadow Lord card.
yeah, Shadow Lord was brutal.
That Shadow Lord, yeah, I mean,
Like-
that's what Logan comes back in the chat and he types Shadow Lord's a card, huh? Yeah, it killed what, 6 guys?
Like soon as he went
Yeah.
as soon as he went wide and empty handed, the Shadow Lord just came down and was like, yeah.
I mean, my man wiped the
answer.
Alliance. He sent them back to home point for sure. That was like, come back later, man. That's you failed the mission. The Shadow Lord wins. All right. Well, we are switching tables here, and I believe we might just be ahead of the report curve with this one. Yeah, that is the only game that has finished so far. So let's look at the pairings here. Table 1 is Tyler Ray. We don't know what he's up to, but he's against JR. We watched him last round. We don't need to go into another Chaos Arc thing. Greg versus Key at table 3. Anthony versus Andy at table 4. Connor versus Jimmy at table 5. I don't think we watched Connor Finnegan. No, he played against Tyler. Let's go to table 5. There might be 2 new decks for us at table 5 here, so let's take a quick peek.
All right.
Let's take a quick peek. Table 5. Table 5 is alive.
Modifier versus Ice Earth. But a different type of Ice Earth. There's a Rala over here in the damage.
Hold on, you're telling me we got 2 Ice Earths in the list tonight? Okay.
You were telling me before that we wanted to see some new stuff, some spicy stuff, and this is definitely new. And
Well, yeah, it is definitely like garbage time right now, right? Like, there is not a major event for most players until next April, which is 2 entire sets away. Like, it is time to have some fun with it, dude. We're seeing Rebels tonight. We're seeing Ice Earth decks tonight. Like, let's get freaky. Have I told you about R5? I accidentally made a new
No.
format, dude. Did I tell you about this?
no.
Alright. So, and Nats, I don't remember who it was. Somebody was, I think maybe Irving accidentally says R5, totally meaning like F5. And so, in my head, like, you know, I always like, it's always like +1 a joke, right? Like, so it's like, oh, R5, and I'm like, okay, what could the R stand for that's funny that I could like say out loud? Like, oh, what do you mean, like this 5? And I'm like, and the first thing that comes to my mind is random 5, right? So I'm like, wait, hold on. Random 5. You just take a randomizer, you put like 1 through 27 in it, right? Click the button 5 times. All right, this is a seed, right? It's a randomizer seed. All right, we're playing opuses 2, 9, 13, 19, and 24. Like, and then like that's it. We're having a tournament on we do it at the end of stream. We randomly select 5 things. Everybody has a week to build something, and then we play it next week. we see what the fuck it's like. It's just the whole goal of it is just like, it's crazy deck building, like just constant deck building challenge.
It sounds like a lot of fun, especially if you really like just brewing decks.
Just for the whole idea is just brew some weird shit, like just brew some wacky shit. And I was like, I don't know, man. I bet you could do it. I bet this game is like, just because of the CP system and the way things work, like something like Pokemon, you could not do that, right? Like, you need all these special weird rules. The guys need to be able to evolve with the guys that exist and all this kind of stuff. But like, you know, Magic Chaos drafts work because mana is mana, baby. You know, there's some synergies that maybe don't work, but again, same thing here. categories and names actually go across a lot of different sets. Plus, I think there's just like, I think there's enough generic like draftable backups in every color and every like across 5 of any random set of 5 sets that you could build decks. Great, and then very interesting to see. Completely theoretical. Just I came up as an idea and I was like, oh, it's kind of like a fun. I might just do it without a tournament just to like be like, okay, let's build some decks in these 5 sets, just like see what's what, you know? See if it makes any sense at all. I'm playing WoF? Tyler's playing WoF? Oh, we do need to watch Tyler. Tyler, did you win? Or are you just telling me that in chat while you're slamming ass with WoF right now? We'll get there, okay? Knuckle Cuck. Your name is so funny on Octagon. Oh man. Alright. So this is, I didn't even get the game on the screen. It's been a minute. Alright. Mono Fire versus another Ice Earth deck. And that was Arciela I just saw on the table? Oh boy, it's been a minute since we've seen her, huh? And she just died to damage-based removal? Oh, poor girl.
She sure did.
That's the thing she doesn't do. She's supposed to be really good against that. We got the Mist Dragon in response to a Mont Leonis here, or is the Mont long been down?
Yeah, the Mont's been down for a while. I think it's just a proactive Mist.
Classic.
Yeah.
Mist Dragon just spraying the house for roaches and stuff. He's making sure, you know, we're trying to prevent the problem. Rala, dude. Alright, now watch what happens to Rala. It's the same thing that happens every time. Everybody say hello, Rala. Hi, Rala. Everybody say goodbye, Rala. Goodbye, Rala. Everyone say goodbye. Rala has to leave now. It's going to be one of 15 different ways to remove it. It's definitely not sticking around for a turn.
Modifier is probably the worst possible deck to play one of these against. Like, everything they have just kills it.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the...
Yeah, that'll do it. Zach and Ward.
What is the lore behind Rala?
Mist Dragon.
Well, unfortunately, so maybe a Final Fantasy 14 like head, somebody who's really into 14 knows more about it than me will remember, but I'm pretty sure Rala is just like a boss. I'm pretty sure Rala is just like a random boss in a dungeon. I don't think that they're like literally in the story at all in any way whatsoever. I think they're just like a dungeon boss. So there might be like actual lore, but like as far as like their relevance to like Final Fantasy, I got nothing for you. Like, I got nothing. The lore is they are literal death made to granted to people that live forever. Oh, there you go. They're like, hey, if you will live forever, how do I die? Oh, well, literal death just comes and takes you. There you go. It's Rala. So, hey, we got there. Thank you, chat, for the supporting lore.
That
the
lore dump.
Yeah. We got to take a dump. A lore dump. Here on stream.
We just got a free Kefka.
We're just taking a dump on stream. Now this Kefka is pretty interesting, man. I actually have played this guy non-zero number of times in a local tournament. When Knights was getting really, really popular, one of the first times around, and when I was playing a mono Earth deck, it was just like, hey, we're gonna play this guy, and we are going to cast, you know, some kind of removal spell, like a Titan or something, or we're gonna cast Mist Dragon or something for free. But the idea being like, if this guy comes in and then I cast a thing for free to kill one guy, like that's probably a good enough swing, right? Like free guy, kill a guy, also brave.
It's pretty good. It's,
Pretty what did I miss? Is this an FF8 episode? Every episode since number 200 and something, or maybe 300, has been an FF8 episode. Actually, way longer than 300. 275? Whenever we literally finished the story of FF7, I mean, if for those who don't know, if you go back through the names of the episodes all the way back to the first tournament, it's literally just the plot of Final Fantasy 6, 7, and now 8 in order. Like, literally starting with Caves of Narsh is number 1. In fact, I even did a test tournament. I did a test proof of concept weekly before we ever hosted the weekly and streamed it. That was a private tournament to see if it worked. And that one was called Prelude. So that's even meta as fuck. So there you go. We knew what the plan was the whole time. And thank God I gave myself something that was easy to execute on for 309 episodes. Because here we are, still having to come up with tournament titles for names of tournaments and hoping that we haven't used that exact combination of words before. And we're doing a great job. So yeah, that's why eyes on me, because technically we just got to Fisherman's Horizon and we're doing the thing. Sorry, go ahead, sir. Oh, look, Kefka. He's blocking.
Yeah, the Leftia into the Ifrit was kind of brutal there. It just cleaned up the Rydia and the Victoria like pretty easy.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and kill both of those? Yeah, Leftia is a cool card, man. Making those Ifrit is already insane, right? Like already a crazy card, but just pumping pumping the Ifrit by 2 to get rid of 2 different guys. And like one problem that Ice has always had is the body size, right? Like that's just gonna clean up a whole field. And yeah, there it is, GG. Love seeing these Ice Earth ideas though, man. And also even Mono Fire having some success here is pretty neat. You're on disc 8 or disc 3 of FF8 at the moment. Very nice, very nice.
Love these playing as Terra.
Yeah, dude, I love this Terra. Oh, guys,
so good.
So speaking of FF8, we got spoilers from last weekend. There's finally an Alone card. Now there's only one Final Fantasy VIII grievous sin being committed by this game, and we all know who it is. We all know Angelo is missing from the game, dude. Okay? That's it. That's all that's left. We got Alone. We got Julia. We just need the dog.
I can't believe they haven't printed the dog yet. Like,
dude, we just need Angelo, dude. Zell's mom. Okay, we can get Zell's mom too. Ma Dinked. Holding like hot dogs on the card. Hot dog art. Please. Ma Dinked hot dog full art, dude. That's what we're looking for.
Make it the signature card for a set.
Signature card, dude. Can I sign that dog?
Yeah, have the artist signature right on the hot dog.
It's like it looks like mustard on the top of the dog, dude. Just like a little little squiggle. Oh, I love it, dude. I kind of want to just make my own signature card now. All right, let's get some results punched in here. Let's see. It looks like a lot of them are flowing in. Table 2, Logan took that 7-3 over Gabe. We saw that, of course. Table 3, Greg took a 7-0 over Key. Table 4, Anthony 7-5 over Andy. Table 5, Connor lost to June 7-2. And that means all we've got left is table 1, dude. Tyler is milking it so that we can come watch his WAF game. So, and I'll tell you what, that's why we said we would wait to go back on the Une arc table, because of course they're still playing. Wouldn't you know it?
Well, looks like they just finished.
Did they? Okay. Well, that's a great time,
they just got their 7th damage.
You see who got it?
JR.
JR won 7 to what?
Yeah, JR got it. 7-5.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
All right, saving that. Going into my drops. Who do I have to drop off here? I have to drive Mr. Micheletto. Sorry, Travis. Okay, this time it did update them in real time, so I take it back. I don't have to write an angry email. Maybe, I wonder if it's a round 1 bug or if it was just something was being weird. I'll have to see next week. Okay, so that's all saved. That's set. The drop is in. We go next. Okay, Greg, JR, and Logan are our 3 contenders for the potential undefeated here as we go into the last round. However, Logan is going to have to play against Key, who is a tough cookie. We'll get to see what Greg is up to this week. We haven't seen Greg yet, I don't think. Go ahead and get this. Get the pairings up for the people. All right, man. We've seen 2 different Ice Earth decks. We've seen 2 different Mono Fire decks. We've seen a Fire Wind Warrior Rebels deck. We've seen Earth Water Chaos Arc. We've seen Lightning Ice 13. Am I missing anything that we've seen tonight? Mono Earth 7.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a interesting field, man. Now we've got to see whatever Greg is playing. We don't know yet. He's here undefeated, playing against JR. JR is on, of course, the Chaos Arc Une deck, and then Logan in second place there is on. I think he was on one of the Mono Fires, right, that we just saw. Interesting. Results. They posted it. Perfect. I will post. Start. There you go. Players may begin when ready. We're going into table 1. We get to see one more surprise for the evening. What Greg's up to. I guess the only ones. Yeah, we don't know what Greg is playing. We didn't get to see what Andy Dow is playing. He's over there at table 5. All in all, interesting games tonight, man. There's been a few where I thought it was for sure was going one way, and then these players, man, they don't count them out early.
Oh no, there's that's one of the things I like about this game, because like games can be so swingy. Like you can be sitting there and it can look like it's over, and then one EX burst or one like just right top deck like a couple turns in a row, and suddenly you're back into it.
Well, yeah, you know, it's first of all certainly designed to have some of that comeback mechanic, right? Which is nice, but it also is part of the way that the CP system and stuff in this game works. I think just lends itself really well to like giving you a diverse set of options to pick from as far as strategies in the middle of the game, right? Like, so when we think back to that game earlier today where we were watching the Ice Lightning deck, and it was like, yeah, man, he chose to play a threat every turn and be aggressive with it. And we were talking about a line where maybe, hey, you can actually just like kind of drop pass for like a turn or two, or maybe like play only limit break for like a turn or two. Like there's actually like this other path you can take, and then you can kind of build CP up for this bigger turn you could do later. Like not every game affords you the ability to like use your resources kind of so freely like that. Like there's a lot of games where whatever you don't lose on this turn is gone, so I do think it's cool that there are so many different ways to play even the same deck, right? Even like different players' play styles will play the same deck different ways. It's really cool to see. And always one of my favorite things about the weeklies is seeing so many different players try so many different strategies in so many different ways.
That's one of the reasons I like traveling and playing in a lot of different tournaments, is because
Yeah.
like people in one area might play a deck a certain way, but I could go, I don't know, maybe go to the West Coast and play against the same deck, but the people over there could play it completely differently because they have a different perspective and they learn to play it differently. They play against different things, and like you just pick up little things here and there. It's like, oh, I've never thought about it this way. Maybe I should like start applying that to my own gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. I love playing against different people from different regions, man. It's so interesting. Also, Muhammad, I see you, brother. Almost for what a day it was. We are now here with that weekly hydrate reminder. Almost forgot. Yes. Thank you, King. I need to go fill my water. So it looks like we've got the game up. I'm going to go ahead and open the game. I'll get it on stream for you guys. We'll get the names up. We'll get the games up. We'll go ahead and let Mike take you guys through the first few turns while I go fill this water up for Muhammad and for my own health and safety and benefit. And then we will be right back. So let's get the game up. Oh! It's 13 stuff going ham, dude.
Oh, this one's Fire Lightning.
Now, we were just talking about this. Oh, look at this. Full circle. Thanks for the content, Greg. As if pre-watched the stream tonight. Here we are trying fire in our Lightning, Final Lightning 13 deck, and immediately seeing how fast that pressure can be applied. Look at that, huh? I mean, this might be blink and you miss it. Yeah, Jesus. I'm gonna go get my water. I'm gonna come back and they're gonna be typing the results in chat. Alright, let me just get the name up here for JR. Alright guys, I will be right back. Muhammad, I see you. You are seen. Be right back.
Looks like this was all done turn 1 by Greg. It's pretty. That's a lot of pressure to put on very first turn. Be hard casting a Remora. Hey, it's not the prettiest way to get rid of lightning, but it does it. Still kind of an issue. Like, we're not putting anything on board that is pretty expensive to deal with it. Throwing down an eco, it's probably about to put an arc into the break zone. Yeah. This matchup is pretty interesting. Like, Chaos Arc has a lot of like defensive EX bursts, and they have a lot of interaction. Though if things don't line up quite well with his damage and his draws, 13 can just run him right over.
Okay, I'm back, and it looks like the field has been tamed a little bit. Oh, never mind. Oh, man. Thank you, Muhammad. I'm here to take my drink, my big sippa. I appreciate you.
Yeah, JR cast I can't think what the card was.
Arc, Titan, Ek.
Wasn't one of those.
Anima.
It wasn't Anima. It was the 6-cost water.
Remora, Leviathan.
Yeah, Remora. He cast a Remora.
I love this game.
It was so stuck on my head.
You're flipping down all the cards on the Guess Who board, dude.
Yeah, he hardcast a Remora turn 1 to get rid of the lightning, which is expensive, but it gets rid of it. And then he played the Ico, put an arc into the break zone. Though this is scary. Already at 6 damage on turn 2.
Muhammad, thank you so much for the gift sub, brother. I appreciate you. To June, yeah, Ozark, you like that Pacha Steiner, dude? That's my favorite. I love that. That's a classic from like day 1 of stream. Oh yeah, Mike. Well said. The pressure is all the way as high as it can go. I mean, we're at 6 damage here. The Sarah is on the table. The lightning is threatening another free dude from hand next turn. The deck is full of cards that have that scary 5-letter word on it. Haste. What are you even looking? What do you even do, dude? This is it. Is that card turning sideways? Is the game also just over?
It might be.
Oh, okay. Also, the Fang can just attack. Like, Mike, what are you looking for here? The slip, John. Yeah.
We're
looking for the back slip. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's what we were talking about, baby. That's that aggro 13 that we were saying could be so scary.
I don't know what he can do here, because like if he had a removal like spell, he fired it off.
He has the anima. I mean, yeah.
He searched it off the Thornton. That he just hit.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I think that was his only bit of interaction there, so he has to fire off the anima to get rid of the Fang not to die there.
And now we need to immediately kill Sarah? Like, oh, she is dead. Oh no, she bounced back to
hand.
She bounces back. No! We're so cooked, brother. we're dead.
3 cards in hand.
What do you do? What do you do here, really? There's no limit break card that gets you to kill the lightning here right now.
I don't know. You have to get rid of this lightning. Because
you can't let Sarah have 3 things next turn. You can't let this lightning attack. You can't let this lightning play another thing that's gonna attack. Like you just can't. This can't be here. Sarah comes down. She's at least slow, right? You can't kill this easily in your deck without the anima. 1's in damage. 1 you just cast, and you had to search it with Thornton. If there's any dark card in your hand, you're fucked. Like it's so doomed. What do we even have here?
If he doesn't have a dark card in hand, I feel like if we don't have anything, we just try to fire off a Lunafreya and hope to hit something.
Lunafreya, dude. That's the one.
Yeah.
Even for Remora to not kill it. Like, yikes.
It's not looking great for JR over here. Greg just came out swinging, like, and his damage
dude, my man, paradigm shifted straight down in JR's throat, man. Ravager.
He only hit 2 bursts in the damage too. The Thornton was clutch, but
I will say our poor man JR. I mean, he's doing okay tonight, but his bursts for the deck that he's playing have been like non-existent. In the other game I looked and he had like literally 1, I think. it was like a kook or something.
Tell me about it, man. I've definitely had this happen with this deck. Your opponent's just aggroing you really hard, and you just need give me maybe.
But I'm supposed to, yeah. But you know exactly. Yeah. Well, this is what they have to do, right? Because they know that once we get to that long game, dude, they're cooked.
Oh yeah, no, the moment he submitted this deck for the tournament today, he was determined to just slam dudes and turn them sideways as fast as possible.
Remember the old Alua joke where you'd be like, the card enters the field sideways? Like, that's it's like literally Lightning is doing that now. It's not even a joke anymore. That's how we're playing these cards. They're entering the field sideways. There it is, dude.
There she is.
Well called. That's the kind of insight and commentary that you'd love to see on the World's commentary stage. You know what I'm saying? Just like if anybody was looking things like that. Well, I say that for everybody. Look, it's no secret. I think a couple of different people have been coming through here these past few weeks. I love giving people the platform to kind of give it a shot and put their hat in the ring. I would absolutely love, no offense to any of the previous guys who've been here, and no offense to you, I would love any one of you guys. I think that it would be really awesome for the English-speaking community to have anybody, you guys representing us and talking about the game. I think it's always great. I know last year we were very fortunate to have a little bit that extra coverage over there. So I'm glad that they're letting that happen again. And I think it's super cool that they are this year they're actually like kind of putting the feelers out, right? Because I think last year was a pretty like people applied, but it was a little bit more of a closed doors thing. So I think this is pretty cool that they think it's important enough that they were like putting out a casting call for it. It says a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that.
It's So I think we get either Thornton or Cryo. If we get the Cryo, we get back to Anima.
I mean, there's all of the experts, huh?
Yeah.
That's 5 hits, brother. That is 5 hits for Lunafreya.
But I do think we want some way to get a removal spell here. Like we either get the Thornton, search your deck, grab one, or get the Cryo, get back Anima. Like we need to get this lightning off the board. Because next turn, all he needs to do is play a 13 forward, swing with lightning, cheat in our girl Sarah, and
use the action ability, call it a day. Yep. So I mean, yeah, like you said, Thornton, right? It's the 3rd Anima. Let's just take a look really quick. I mean, he is through half of his deck, believe it or not, this fast already. I only see 1 in the discard pile. So if he's at 3 Animas, which I believe he is, you're gonna go, if you Thornton for the Anima, or like you said, the Cryo, even if he doesn't have a 3rd one, the Cryo can get the Anima back. Then you will be pitching your whole hand for the Anima, but he will give you a card back, right?
I think you have to wait to his turn to do it. Like wait till he tries to go to combat. Like you do run a little bit of a risk here. Because he'll draw up the 4 and he can pitch. No, okay, you're fine if you do it that way. What? You got a Kukulin?
No.
That doesn't. I mean, it
does.
So
you survive next turn, right?
It does Kukulin the lightning, but if he has any way to move this Lunafreya out the way, he just
that's
loses
exactly the problem, right?
attack.
Yeah, just the thing can attack still. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is the Kukulin.
So trigger it, draw a card.
And we do just get to tap the backup to do it next turn, so like, but yeah.
It does let him keep cards in hand.
Any removal, man, and this, like literally any removal on the Lunafreya, and this is it. We'll see, it's a very interesting line. Because yeah, we can Thornton for the, or Cryo for the Anima, casting Anima here on his turn. We would only have the 1 card in hand. Here we cast a Kukulin, we'll have 2 cards in hand, and we don't give Greg any extra cards. That's really the difference here, but he gets to keep his lightning.
So this is riskier, but if this works, it does end up better for him for the like immediate future. Like
as long as we can deal with that lightning the turn after. We are buying ourselves like 1 more turn. And yes, there's a potential where this was greedier, but he does get to keep more cards over time and then deal with more than one thing at the same time. But yeah,
because like I think the other play is you're playing not to lose at that point. And this is less playing not to lose and more of it's like the window to maybe do something more is a little bit higher. So this isn't. I wouldn't say this is a particularly bad play. Like I understand why he did it. And
it does still
looks
work.
Like he did not. Yeah,
it still works.
It does look like he did not have removal for this Lunafreya, so this lightning isn't getting in this turn.
And so it's paying off. I mean, some of the thing here, right, in situations like this is when you are that behind, like the only way that you're gonna get a big swing back in is by taking a risk, right? Like taking a bigger risk. And we need, like, oh, if we do this and this pays off here, we completely stuff the lightning. He doesn't play anything. He doesn't play any removal. We keep both these cards in our hand, and we start our next turn with 4 cards in hand, as opposed to top decking for the rest of the game, right? Now, as soon as we draw dark cards, we're going to be hosed. So it's also part of maybe why he was so interested in the line that guaranteed he would keep a hand of CP, at least pitchable cards, right? Because if he does do the anima thing and then ends up with a dark card in his hand, it's just like he skips his next turn and loses, right?
Yeah, he does have 4 cards in hand now. Well, he's playing something. Okay, so he gets back. Choose one summon. This kind of this works. Oh, he didn't pay the 2 and get back a summon, or maybe he did.
Plays summoner and then ends.
No, I don't like that.
Maybe he drew another Kukulane or something. But now Greg's just gonna get to a point where he plays 2 Final Fantasy 13 forwards and uses the action ability. Like, fuck attacking with lightning. You know what I mean? My man's just gonna go Fang, Hope, Noel, or whoever.
Maybe he is kind of goated and just drew the 3rd anima and.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I really thought he was going to like pay the extra 2, get back the anima.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, it's
like, that's why you gotta assume he has something that's equivalent to doing that, right? He's doing something
swing
here.
The lightning.
It is the anima, man. Who knows? Oh,
I know.
Cancel.
That's pretty good.
Now block with the Lunafreya. Oh no!
Do we have a response?
Yeah, I mean, and now your blocker's dead, and well,
yeah, that's.
Do you have 10 water
no.
cards in your discard pile for when this resolves? 1, 2, 3. Nope, 4, 5,
He certainly
6,
does it.
7, 8, 9. I mean,
he's close.
He maybe did, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he did.
Oh.
He could have done that, right? Because it's that
yeah.
resolution.
Well, you have to pay
Oh no,
the
if
cost
you
up
paid the
front.
extra cost, that's right. That's true. Never mind. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Sorry, it's not resolution. I'm completely incorrect there. But he could have bounced the lightning back to hand, and hedged against an Odin or something. I thought Bahamut, but again, it's a lightning fire deck, right? So no, he could have done it as he cast the card to survive a turn here. But I'm assuming this lightning's connecting. We're like.
He has no cards in hand, so it's definitely it should be.
Well, what's he's looking at his limit break deck. Was it block declared? No way, because he did the thing in response to the attack, and then he Bahamuted in response to that, right?
I would hope so. That's what it looked like, because the Leviathan was still in play when he played the Bahamut, so I assume that he did it.
This should just be the game, right? This should be a 7-point of damage. Are we missing something? Like the only because he has also JR has no cards in hand, right? This is just. But maybe they're just talking about it. Like maybe they know it's over and they're just chatting through it. Take the last point. Take it.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're just talking. They're just like, okay, good game, man. Take the point of damage. He moves his stuff to the break zone for Y. Or like reach over there and just +1 on the damage counter for. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right, and this one goes to Greg this week on Final Fantasy 13. So it's so interesting that right after we were talking about, we hope, I said something like more people have been tinkering with this, more people have been trying it out. Maybe somebody will find a really good list for it. Then we saw somebody playing it, and then somebody in chat was like, I think fire has to be involved in for a successful 13 strategy. And then like, maybe there's another build we might see. And then we didn't know what Greg was playing until the finals. Turns out that's what he's been on this whole time tonight. And we get to see him put that pressure on immediately. I mean, like turn 1 put that pressure on to his opponent. That's really, really difficult for Earth Water to deal with, especially if they don't have like a turn 2 Une, or some EXs getting them out of it, man. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to deal with 3 points turn 1.
Yeah. Like sometimes the turn 2 Une, and if you got like one of the removals, right? Or if you were able to immediately Chaos Arc, right? That could maybe do it too. But yeah, I mean, we saw neither of those things. Not really the fault of JR there. That's just kind of how it goes. And Greg, knowing absolutely that JR is on this deck tonight after paying attention for the first 2 rounds, and knows he's got to just turn that shit sideways. So that is it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much, Mike, for stopping by. It was a real pleasure to get to chat with you. I always enjoy talking cards, talking shop with you, and get to do it for 2 hours on the weekly stream was a pleasure. If you ever want to stop back in, you're always welcome. Just give me a holler.
I sure will. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's you know what? It's so much easier. We've done it for a long time, so we can fill 2 hours just chatting ourselves. But it is a lot easier and more fun to do it with somebody and like bounce stuff off each other. And you give me a second to take a sip of water every once in a while. It's something that, you know, it's always a pleasure. So it was nice to have you. Thanks, everybody. That's it for us this week. We'll be back next week. The usual time, usual space. You know the deal. Hopefully, we will have these starter cards from the starter decks. If not, we are getting closer and closer to the release of the next set, so we will have that eventually, and then we'll be able to move on. But for now, actually, it might be a good time to put on a title week or some of those fun weeks. I know you title guys are hungry, and we keep missing the bonus week between sets, so it might be a great time to do something like that. I'll see about it. We'll drum it up. We'll look at the schedule. But for now, that's it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We will see you next time. Toodles. Bye-bye. Bye. Say bye to people, Mike.